Namaskar dosto. Today is 15th September 2021. Welcome to my channel Tradeplan Nifty. This channel is my journey in stock market. It looks like Lalagi is getting into a new phase of consolidation after a big bull run. But before we get into detail of that, let's have a look into key elements of the market. So as of now, when we see that S&P 500 yesterday has closed below 20 bar moving average and is now almost touching 50 bar. So this is definitely not a good sign. Although US government 10 bond yield is also going down, so this is somewhere a good sign for equity market. And dollar index is still again hovering around 92.65. So definitely uh, short-term weakness is seen on S&P 500. And let's see whether now it is taking a support at 50 bar moving average or it is going below 50 bar. If it's going below 50 bar, then I have not seen S&P 500 in recent time playing below 50 bar moving average. So the next one or two trading session will be a key events for our market or global market. With that in background, let's have a look into Bank Nifty. So when we see Bank Nifty is definitely showing some sign of doji here, but that's almost it has taken support on weekly pivot, but that is also this doesn't look good to me at this point of time. So Bank Nifty is still above 8 and above 20 and taking a support on weekly pivot. But from last two trading session forming almost a red bar. But yesterday's red bar was within the range of previous week. But let's see. Yeah. So yesterday kind of a green doji and taking a support on weekly. But now below 8 bar and above 20. Reliance has a close continuing his downward direction, and now it has closed below a very strong support zone of 2385. So and with the formation of a wick, so Reliance may continue its further downfall till 2283, which is a 20 bar moving average, and the next immediate support will come at 2325 and the resistance now at 2390 zone. So Reliance is definitely not looking good, I'm sorry. And HDFC Bank is also not looking pretty decent. It is also closed below a very good support zone of 1554, and now it is below 8 and 20 bar moving average. Now the next support for HDFC is at 1533 and then at 1508. So HDFC Bank and Reliance both are not looking very good to me. So with that in background, let's have a look into Lalagi. So now we look into Lalagi, we see on a weekly chart a clear sign of consolidation getting formed and still above 8 bar. So weekly chart definitely it is an uptrend, and the new consolidation zone is between 17250 to 17450. On daily chart we see that yesterday it touched the top of the consolidation and reversed and still above weekly pivot, and 8 bar moving average now is at 17340. So definitely 17340 and 17350 will act as a very good support. After that, the next support is at 17320, and the end of the consolidation is a very good support, which is at 17250. And on top side, now the resistance is at 17437, and if 17437 is gone, then 17470 and 17500 is on card. But on daily chart, it is still above 8 and 20, so definitely an uptrend. And on 15-minute chart is where we see that yesterday the closing was below 20 bar moving average and below 8 bar moving average, but just above 50 and 200. So here we see that trends have changed, and it is showing in bearish mode. But now when we look into today's CPR, what we see is that today's market profile is above tomorrow's market profile. So tomorrow's market profile was here and today it is here, so it is definitely in uptrend on this side. Now everything will depend upon the open, and currently what we see is that Singapore Nifty is at 17,426, which is definitely above pivot of 17,395. So for today, the trade plan is if the open option one, if the open is above 17,395, then it is buy on dip either at 17,395 or at 17,360, which is L3 for today. And if the open is below pivot, and one also can look into selling at 17,437 for a target of 17,360. So this could also become a sweet almost 60 point move. Yeah, 60 to 70 point move. And good trade could be as a defensive trader, buy on dip either at pivot, which is at 17,395, or at L3, which is at 17,360, with a stop loss below 17,340 for a target of 17,467 and the first target of 17,424. So 17,424, which is R1, with also on previous day high closer to previous high. This zone will also act as a very good resistance for today. So there's a trade plan for today. If open above pivot, which it looks like, then buy on dip at pivot, which is at 17,395 or at 17,360 with a stop loss below 17,340 for a target. First target of 17,424 and second target of 17,467. Please consult your financial advisor before you take any trade. For option 2, there is any open below pivot, then the trade plan will become sell on rise, which is at 17,395, which is a pivot, and H3 is at 17,400, which is also closer to weekly H3 of 17,419. So if open below pivot, then it is sell on rise for a target of 17,300, 320, and the first target of 17,353. Please consult your financial advisor before you take any trade. Now let's see what happened yesterday for me. So yesterday I entered the market with two lot. An idea was very clear that it is uptrend market, and I was having a target of 7,000, 17,500 in my mind. Not for tomorrow, not for yesterday, but for this week. And market on open consolidated, took a resistance on my blue magical line, and then it reversed. So on this particular red bar is where I exited my both the lot because it was running below 8 bar moving average. I wanted to exit, but I didn't exit. Eventually, I exited on this particular red bar, which is a 20 bar moving average. And then almost nothing happened for an entire day for me. So I had a small loss, profit of around 2,000 rupees. So this is my profit of around 1,700 and 6,800. So what's the learning? Learning was that I should have exited my position here, where I had a profit of almost around 9,000. So consistently, I am not following my, I am not doing my profit booking. And the idea is that follow my process of trading stop loss of 8 bar moving average. That gives a very clear indication. You cannot type top all the time, but at least you should have a process by which you should exit the trade. And my process is 8 bar moving average. So 8 bar moving average should act as a trading stop loss, and any close below 8 bar or candle going below 8 bar, I should exit the trade. So that is something which I should consistently follow. So that's my learning. Most probably by this week, I will build another video on trading stop loss. If you guys are interested, do give me your comment. Stay healthy, wear mask. Jai Hind.